start, okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, action.
My name is Victor Mills. I live in Tarrant County with my father and my brother. I have a daughter who is 8 years old and lives part-time.
He said, And you're
Now
not
that's
It's the blurry vision also kind of distracting me at
well,
the
you know
same
what you want to
time.
say without reading it now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, action.
My name is Victor. I'm sorry.
Let's read looking.
One more time.
3, 2, 1, action.
My name is Victor Mills. I live in Tarrant County with my father and my brother. I have an 8-year-old daughter who lives with me part-time. My mother lives down the street.
Okay. I went into high school in Halton City.
Let's see, that one is I went
I
to
went to
high school in Haltom City.
After high school, I decided I wanted to get into ITSM,
Which is Internet Service
Internet
Provider.
Technology Service Management. I currently work for HCL America. They are an IT service provider for large Fortune 500 companies that handle IT, the IT infrastructure, that handle IT infrastructure. I work as an analyst and I troubleshoot various problems for our customers. I help to identify the root causes for their problems involving their IT infrastructure.
Okay.
Okay, I went to high school in Halton City. After high school, I decided I wanted to go get into ITSM and then talk about all that shit. Ready? Hand. You're talking to my hand. 3, 2, 1, action.
I went to high school in Haltom City. After high school, I got into
Okay, ready? No, pull your shirt out. From the bottom, put your hand underneath.
And then if you just breathe and start back again for that sentence.
Yeah, you're good. Try not to move too much because between shoots it'll look different. Pull your shirt out, like just pull it down. Pull. Yeah, there you go. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, action.
I went to high school in Haltom City. After high school, I got into ITSM, which is Internet Service Management.
Technology Services Management.
Sorry.
It's all good, man. This is to be expected. We go do this a bunch with people. Everyone does this. You're not the only one. I was kind of hoping you'd be that golden goose, that special like one diamond in the rough that just nails it. But
don't worry about getting
Don't
worse.
worry about it.
If it's more of a natural conversational tone, I could probably do it.
Yeah, but it's too hard.
For a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah. So because when you see the final product, you'll see why.
Okay.
This is totally normal. So don't. And actually, you're still doing a lot better than most of our clients. Okay.
All right.
3, 2, 1, action. Wait 3 seconds and then start. Ready? I went to high school in Haltom City. After high school, I decided I wanted to get into ITSM, which is Internet Technology Service Management. Currently work for dot. 3, 2, 1, action.
I went to high school in Haltom City. After high school, I went into ITSM, which is Internet Technology Service Management. My brain's not working. Okay,
Wait, let me start from that. We have two cameras.
Start with. I currently work for HCL America, and what you do. Okay, ready?
Let me do it just from the beginning one more time, or not the full beginning, but just that paragraph.
Okay, 3, and you gotta count 3 seconds in your head before you start talking. After I say action. 3, 2, 1, action.
I went to high school in Haltom City. After I went to high school, I got into ITSM, which is Internet Technology Service Management. Currently work at HCL America, which is a IT service provider for Fortune 500 companies. I troubleshoot various issues for our customers and try to find the root cause of those issues.
Okay, now I want you to start. I currently work for HCL America. You're going to say, I currently work for. So you said you currently work for. So we're going to start so you can have a second option. I currently work for HCL America. They're an IT service provider. All that shit was fine.
Okay.
You have to say, I work as an analyst. You forgot that.
Oh,
okay.
got it.
3, 2, 1.
I currently work for HCL America as an analyst.
Start again. 3. They are an IT service provider for a large. Okay. 3,
Got it. Okay.
2, 1. Action.
I currently work for HCL America as an analyst. Jesus
3.
Christ.
My hand's tired. You gotta keep looking up here. 3, 2, 1, action.
I currently work for HCL America as an analyst. They are an IT service provider for Fortune 500 companies.
I troubleshoot various problems. 3, 2, 1, action.
I troubleshoot various problems for customers. Oh, can I just see that really quickly? I'm sorry.
No, because I want you to put it in your own words. Where do you work and what do you do? Those are the questions.
You don't have to go on exact words.
Okay,
just
and I want to raise my
natural.
voice. I
No,
get
it's all
irritated, but it's not at you, okay? But you need to understand, like, if you were in a deposition and they record it and you look like shit, they're going to say, fuck this guy, he's going to look horrible on the stand. Let's fucking eviscerate him. They're going to do that. They look at, that's why they lowball people to see if they can pull up any dirt on them or see something somewhere. And how you present yourself in front of 12 random people matters.
Okay.
Especially with the things that we know about, right? So this matters. Where do you work? What do you do? Answer those questions on a count of 3. 3, 2, 1, action.
I currently work for HCL.
Not currently. I currently work.
Make sure we have those words.
Yeah, I currently work for.
That's cool.
Because you're saying currently work for. That's it doesn't sound right. I mean,
Okay.
you can say that, but we're trying to sound professional, look professional. Pull your shirt out.
You may be saying the I, but you're kind of swallowing that. We're not hearing it.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. 3, 2, 1, action.
I currently work at HCL America as an IT analyst. We provide IT
That's perfect. You don't have to follow this, bro.
Yeah.
Where do you work? What do you do? Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it. Where do you work? What do you do?
And if you get flustered, just pause. You have to go
Yeah.
to your, just wait there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and don't say fuck. And
Yeah.
if you
Sorry.
need to, then you can restart from the very beginning after you count 3 seconds without us having to stop you. And we'll just be like, okay, he had to redo it, but we won't say anything. You won't say anything. We can keep it rolling.
Okay.
Say that.
Especially if you're stuck. So
saying
we can
as-
give you a word to treat the next
And
sentence.
just keep going until you feel like you got a good run through it. Okay.
Okay.
And just pause 3 seconds so we can cut it, and that way we can go clip by clip. What do you do? Where do you work? What do you do? Okay. 3, 2, 1, action.
I currently work at HCL America as an IT analyst. We provide IT service management to Fortune 500 companies. I troubleshoot for various customers who call into the service desk and try to find. Oh shit! I'm using.
Stop that. Pause 3
Yeah.
seconds and redo it. I
Restart that.
currently work for 3, 2, 1, action.
I currently work for HCL.
Count 3 seconds, buddy.
Oh,
Because
sorry.
if my words overlap with yours, you
Right.
can't do anything with it. 3, 2, 1, action.
I currently
3, 2, 1, action.
I currently work for HCL America. We provide IT service management for Fortune 500 companies. I troubleshoot. I'm sorry, can I get a drink water real quick?
Yeah. I'm going to pause that one.
And you just want you to,
For your daughter, okay? Because you are doing this for your daughter. The money you get is to help better your life and her life.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay.
Where do you work? I currently work. I work, okay? Not currently work, okay? What they do, what you do. Don't say I.
Should I not say currently?
Or do you not work there anymore?
Well, no, I do, but I'm getting confused between how you're saying. It's just not. It's just
I
don't.
work for HCL America.
Okay.
They are an IT service provider for large Fortune 500 companies, and we handle their IT infrastructure. I work as an analyst. I help troubleshoot various problems our customers have, and I help identify the root causes for those problems.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Count 3 seconds. Action.
I work at HCL America. We're an IT service provider for Fortune 500 companies. I troubleshoot various problems that customers call into the service desk with, and we try to find. Oh shit! I'm using those words again.
You shouldn't be saying shit. You just need to stop, pause, and do it.
and just hide yourself and
Yeah.
Make sure you're an analyst.
Yeah, he did that. I work as an analyst. We troubleshoot various problems customers have, and I help to identify the root causes for those problems. You don't say they call into the work desk because they know your desktop support then. Okay, we're trying to color this up a little bit, make it sound like you do, like your job is like, it is important, but we don't want it to sound like your entry level. I work for HCL America. They are a IT service provider for large Fortune 500 companies, and we handle their IT infrastructure. I work as an analyst. We troubleshoot various problems customers have, and I help to identify root causes for those problems.
Okay.
Is that all true?
Yes.
All right. 3, 2, 1, action.
I work at HCL America as an IT analyst.
Do it. Keep going. Don't.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta.
don't-
Okay.
don't- don't-
Here's
don't
the
go
problem.
I'm sorry, I just
Like,
feel
when
like
I go
I'm
to trial-
pausing in
When I go to
between
trial,
sentences.
when I go to
And,
trial, I don't script it. I get the key points
Yeah.
and I flow. The problem is you script it and do what you do. You fuck up in front of a jury and you're like, oh fuck. And then you're like, okay, wait a minute, let me redo that. You can't do that in front of 12 people.
Right.
You're fucked. You are fucked. So even in a deposition, you're doing this in front of another attorney that's going to report back to an adjuster, hey, this guy sucks. We don't have to pay him that much. That's going to happen. So do you want that to happen?
no,
Okay.
I don't.
Focus. Okay, get angry. Because getting angry helps you focus. Alright? If I need to yell at you, I'll fucking yell at you. And that'll help you fucking focus. Got it? I'm your friend. But I'm also going to fucking yell at you until you get your shit together. Fucking focus. Got it? You got it.
Got it.
3, 2, 1.
I work at HCL America as an IT analyst. We provide IT service.
Don't say or like.
Start back with a we provide.
No, I currently work for HCL America. They don't say analyst there. Wait till you say what they do. They are an IT service provider for large Fortune 500 companies. I'm an analyst. 3, 2, 1, action.
I currently work for HCL America as an IT analyst.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, action.
I currently work for HCL America as an IT analyst. They are an IT service provider for Fortune 500 companies. I provide various troubleshooting to clients and try to find the root cause for their issues.
That's one take. That's okay. I work for HCL America. They're an IT service provider for large Fortune 500 companies. We handle their IT infrastructure. I work as an analyst. We troubleshoot various problems our customers have, and I help to identify the root causes for those problems. Okay? 3, 2, 1, action.
I work as am I starting from my work as an analyst?
Sorry, I work for HCL.
Okay.
Starting there.
Starting back.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, action.
I work for HCL America. I'm an IT analyst there. We provide IT services for Fortune 500 companies. I help to identify the.
Okay, start again. I currently work. 3, 2, 1, action. I work. 3, 2, 1, action.
I work at HCL America. No, I'm just freezing.
I work for HCL America. They are an IT service provider for 3, 2, 1, action.
I work at HCL America. I'm an analyst there. We are an IT service provider for Fortune 500 companies. We handle their infrastructure. I assist in troubleshooting for various issues that the client calls in about and try to find a root cause to why it's happening.
Okay, that was horrible.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
I'm
do it
sorry.
again. What's the issue? Tell me what's the problem.
I don't-
See if we can address it.
Is that something out of order as far as your line of thinking, or
That's just the way I normally would describe my job.
Then how do you want to describe it?
I mean, I work at the service desk,
Okay, tell me what. Okay, tell me where do you work?
HCL America.
Okay, what do you do there?
I provide IT support for clients or users that call into the service desk.
Okay. Do you remember what we wrote down?
I work at HCL America. I'm an IT analyst.
No, you gotta go. I work at HCL America, an IT service provider for large Fortune 500 companies. Say that.
I work at HCL America. They are.
Slower and louder. Raise your voice, man. You sound like you're like muffled, like you're like scared to talk. Come on, I know you. You're not like that. Come on. You're talking to me.
No,
Yeah.
I shut down easy.
Don't fucking shut down, because I'll yell at you, okay? Fucking don't shut down. Where do you work?
I work at HCL America.
Okay, do it again and then go. They are an IT service provider, yeah,
Okay.
for large Fortune 500 companies. 3, 2, 1.
I work at HCL America. They are an IT service provider for large Fortune 500 companies. I'm an IT analyst there. We handle their infrastructure and
Okay, start with I work as an IT analyst and we troubleshoot various problems our customers have, and I help to identify the root causes for those problems. 3, 2, 1, go.
I work as an IT analyst there. We help.
We troubleshoot various problems our customers have. 3, 2, 1, go.
I work as an IT analyst there, and we troubleshoot various problems that our customers have, and I help to identify the root cause of them.
Okay, say that one more time. 3, 2, 1, go.
I work as an IT. Sorry, that was too quickly
3,
after.
2, 1, go.
I work as an IT analyst there, and I help to.
3, 2, 1, pause and go.
I work as an IT analyst there, and I help to troubleshoot the various issues that our client has and find the root cause for them.
Clients plural.
Clients.
3, 2, 1, go.
I work as an IT analyst, and I pause.
3, 2, 1, go.
I work as an IT analyst there, and I troubleshoot various issues the client has and try to find the root cause to them.
Client singular or plural?
We work on one project at a time, so currently it's just Toyota.
Clients plural. You have more than one client
Right.
over the course of your work, right? 3, 2, 1, go.
I work as an IT analyst there, and I troubleshoot various problems for the clients and help them to find the root cause
For those problems.
for those problems.
3, 2, 1, go.
I work as an IT analyst there, and I troubleshoot the.
3, 2, 1, go.
I work as an IT analyst there, and I troubleshoot the various problems our client has and help to find a root cause for them.
All right, what do you think, man? Do we have at least one in there, you think?
Yeah, I think we have one.
I mean, shit,
yeah.
bro. Like, I'm so
sorry.
sorry you're going to have to go through all this. 3, 2, 1, go.
I work as an IT analyst there, and I help to provide. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's all good, man. Listen, I'm not trying to be upset and angry. I honestly don't give a fuck. This is your case, not mine. The more I make you, the more I make. I obviously.
I freeze
make
up in front of cameras. I've done that since I was 5.
No, we all do. We all do.
That's his name.
You want to watch me do it? Here. I can't do it outside. I work for HCL America. We're an IT service provider. We handle the IT infrastructure for various Fortune 500 companies in the United States. I'm an IT analyst. What I do, I help assist with troubleshooting issues when our clients have issues with their IT infrastructure. I also help find the root causes for those problems. I don't even do your job. I just did a better job than you. Come on, man. Seriously? Like, it's not hard to talk about what you do for a living. Like, pretend I'm a big-breasted woman you want to fuck. Okay, I'm not. Mr. Majorno is that big-breasted woman you want to fuck. You're trying to impress that woman by not downplaying what you do or saying I do desktop support. No, I'm an IT analyst. My job is like you gotta give off that big dick energy, man. That's what we're trying to do here. Sit down, come on, okay? You got this. If we need your dad to get out of here, what do you want to do?
I just want to read that last.
I don't want you
Release here.
to. I want you to find that big dick energy. Fucking come in and big dick swinging around. You're gonna go in there and you're gonna say where you work and what you do, and what they do and what you do. Where do you work? What do they do? What do you do?
Okay.
Got it? 3, 2, 1, go.
I work at HCL America,
Look
and
right here. 3, 2, 1, go.
I work at HCL America. I'm an IT analyst there. Where, oh, okay.
I work for HCL America. They're an IT service
Got it.
provider for large Fortune 500 companies across the country, and we handle their IT infrastructure. I work as a service or IT analyst, and we troubleshoot their various problems. We troubleshoot the various problems our customers have, and I hope to identify the root causes for those problems. If I told you this is the last 10 you use the best one and they all fucking suck, and it's gonna fuck up your case, how's that gonna make you feel? I don't want you to fuck this up.
I'm not trying to, man.
I know you're not. I'm trying to incentivize you. I don't know what works for you. For me, I've coddled our clients. That never works. We end up spending days, and it's bullshit. I've yelled at clients, and even though they tell me I'm an asshole, it 100% of the time works. Okay? And we might not get their best, but we get sufficient, because sufficient is better than what they're giving off, which is shit. Fucking shit. And I tell them, you don't want to go to trial. You don't want us to file a lawsuit. You're going to fucking suck in front of a jury. And if you suck in front of a jury, they're not going to give you what I'm wanting to get for you. So if I can get you X amount now versus going to trial, wasting time and money, and they offer you less, or we go to trial and the jury gives you less, that's the point we're getting at, okay?
Yeah.
You got this, brother. You got it. I currently work for HCL America. They are an IT service provider for large Fortune 500 companies, and we handle their IT infrastructure. I work as a IT analyst, and we troubleshoot various problems our customers have. I help to identify the root causes. Last one, 3, 2, 1, action.
I work for HCL America. I'm an IT analyst there. We handle the infrastructure for various Fortune 500 companies. I help to troubleshoot the various issues that the clients have and find the root cause for why it's happening.
That's probably the best one we got.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Nice.
Before my accident, good job, by the way. Okay?
I'm trying.
See,
Sorry.
the motivation there. We would have done 10 more or 100 more if we had to, but I'm glad you did it. Okay? Because listen, I'm being honest with you. If you can't perform in front of a camera, because if you have a deposition, there's going to be a camera right in your face. And people choke every fucking time. And so this is a good preparation for it. And like, if I prepped you, I'd have a camera in your face and give you a crash deposition. Now, there are tricks to that, and I can get people to perform better because you're answering one question after another, and it's not like you just have to come up with answers, okay? Or you don't have to come up with things out of your ass and just like start flowing. This is going to look like no one asked you questions, okay? We're going to go back and forth, and it's going to sound like you're just naturally talking. That's what I'm trying to get out of you,
Okay.
okay? So you will hear no questions, okay? Before my accident, I was working at our Frisco location or Frisco office. At the time, talk about what car you had and talk about your commute, okay? So where you worked physically, what you were driving, and talk about your commute. 3, 2, 1, action.
At the time I worked at our Frisco office, I drove an Alfa Romeo Giulia, and my commute to the office was about 30 to 40 minutes long.
Okay, pause.
That was nearly there. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do it one more time. Depending on traffic, right?
Yeah.
And before the accident, you say that.
Yeah, before my accident, I was working at our Frisco office. At the time, I had an Alfa Romeo Giulia, which was my daily driver. My commute at the time was like 20 or 30, 40 minutes, depending on the traffic. And then you're on pause. Okay? Got it. 3, 2, 1, action.
Before the accident, I worked at our Frisco office location. I drove an Alfa Romeo Giulia, and my commute was maybe about 30 to 45 minutes.
I want you to sound more natural. Before my accident, I worked at the Frisco office, fine. At the time, I had an Alfa Romeo Giulia, which was my daily driver. I loved that car. Say something about it. Be like, it was like my dream car. It was your dream car at the time, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah.
I want you to talk about that. Say something about it. Like, when I was going to work, I would drive about 30, 40 minutes, but the drive was bearable because I got to do it in my dream car. right? It was more bearable now versus taking the train, because we're going to get into that after we talk about the accident. So I want you to talk about it naturally. Pretend we're talking. We're at a bar, right? Having a beer. Before my accident, I worked at the fiscal office. At the time, I was driving this amazing car. It was my dream car. It was an Alfa Romeo Giulia. Describe the color, the trim if you want to. I was driving to and from work. It was like a 30-minute drive to work, depending on traffic. But, you know, that drive was tolerable because I was in a car that I really loved, right? And then you're going to pause, and we're going to go to the next part. 3.
Okay.
Got this. 2, 1.
At the time I was working at our Frisco office location, I was driving an Alfa Romeo Giulia, which was my favorite car. It was a gray-blue car with a red interior. The commute to work was about 30 to 40 minutes long.
Tell me about that commute. Was it tolerable, manageable? Did you enjoy driving your car to and from work? Because you love driving?
I enjoyed driving it until
Yeah.
Dallas.
Yeah.
And the way he said before
So
the accident. Is that important?
before the accident, even though like traffic sucks and I hate traffic, I
Yeah.
really enjoyed driving that car. So driving to work wasn't that bad because I got to drive every day in my dream car. You know, talk to me about it like the way we would talk about it. Okay?
Before the accident.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, action.
Before the accident, I worked at our Frisco. No,
That's fine. 3, 2, 1, action.
before the accident, I worked at our
Stop.
Frisco.
Stop. Sorry, that was my fault. 3, 2, 1.
Before the accident, I worked at our Frisco office location. I drove an Alfa Romeo Giulia, which is my favorite car. It had a gray-blue exterior with a red interior. My commute to work was 30 to 40 minutes, but it was pretty enjoyable in that car, and I often enjoyed driving it
To work.
to work.
Okay. Let's do that again. And again, don't follow the script. Just do it however you want. Okay. Talk about like the car was your daily driver. The commute would usually suck, except it didn't because you got to drive your dream car, and it made it a lot more tolerable, more enjoyable. You know. 3, 2, 1, action.
At the time, I worked at our Frisco office location. I drove an Alfa Romeo Giulia, which was my favorite car. I've always wanted one, and I had it in gray and blue. The interior was a red. My commute to work was about 30 to 45 minutes, and it was pretty enjoyable in that car.
Okay. This time you're gonna do that again. I'd say before my accident, and talk about my commute at the time was 30 to 40 minutes. Hey, act normal. You sound like a robot. Pull your shirt.
Just with details.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine Mr. Buongiorno's a big-breasted woman. You're trying to fuck her. You're trying to fuck that big-breasted woman, and to do that, you got to impress her with your acting skills. You got this, big guy. Ready?
Before the accident.
I'm trying not to make you laugh. I'm sorry. Okay, but you got what I'm saying, right? So you got to use your words. So
Right.
don't just think of the script that you memorized. We're not trying to even follow that thing. That was just to give you a skeleton outline.
Right.
What you're trying to do is tell the person watching this how this has fucked you up, and you're not. I mean, you lost your green car over this.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Upset.
Fucking angry, right?
Yeah.
All right. Before my accident, I worked at our Frisco office. I had my dream car. It was, and use inflections in your voice. You sound like a robot.
But kind of.
I know that's how you actually talk, but I'm just saying you might want to work on that too.
I've always been told that that's an issue.
Yeah, well, work on it, man. I had that issue too, and now you hear my voice. I have a full range. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Before the accident, I worked at our Frisco office location. I drove my Alfa Romeo Giulia, which was a gray and blue silver exterior. It had a red interior. I love that car. It used to be made by Ferrari. My commute to work was between 30 and 40 minutes. It was a pretty enjoyable ride each day while I had that car.
What happened to that car?
I got into an accident.
Tell me
Details.
what
Details.
happened with the car. I had that car up until this accident.
Okay.
Say that part.
You want like
Just say
the date?
that car was my dream car, and I had it up until the day of this accident. 3, 2, 1.
car was my dream car, and you won't
That
be just
car.
that what?
That car was my dream car.
Ah.
You say that. You say car was my dream car. You're not a kid. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
That car was my dream car, and I had it up until December 28th, 2022, when I was rear-ended with a commercial truck while merging onto a feeder road.
Okay, this time you're gonna say that car was my dream car. I had it up until the date of this accident. Okay, 3, 2, 1, action.
That car was my dream car, and I had it up until the day of this accident.
Now you're gonna say immediately prior to this accident, were you pain free the day before the accident?
Yes.
Okay, immediately before this, immediately prior to this accident, and slow it down and emphasize it. Immediately prior to this accident, I was pain free. I had no issues with my back or neck. I had no limitations and no restrictions. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Immediately before this accident, I was pain-free in my back and neck. I had no restrictions or limitations
Of any kind.
of any kind.
Okay, immediately prior to this accident. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Immediately prior to this accident, I was pain-free. I had no pain in my back or my neck, no restrictions or limitations.
Do it again.
I'm missing a word
Of
afterwards.
any kind.
No, just kind of in there.
Yeah, or you just end there. Pull your shirt up.
Oh, sorry.
3, 2, 1. Immediately prior to this accident. 3, 2, 1.
Immediately prior to this accident, I was pain-free. I had no pain in my back or my neck, no restrictions or limitations.
The day of the accident, you're going to talk about the accident. The day of this accident, I was heading to an appointment, and then talk about how the accident happened. 3, 2, 1.
The day of the accident, I was heading to an appointment, and when I was coming up on the feeder for Highway 820, crossing Denton, I was taking a right to merge onto the feeder road, and when I yielded for the oncoming traffic, a commercial truck that was behind me rear-ended me.
Crashed.
Crashed.
Me.
Good crash.
Words mean everything.
Don't use the rear.
That you did an awesome job until you said the last part.
Got it.
Violently crashed, or just say crashed into me. Just say that commercial truck crashed into me. Okay? From behind. 3, 2, 1. The day of the accident. 3.
The day of the accident, I was coming onto
Yeah, I was
the.
heading to an appointment.
I was heading to an appointment. Sorry.
Yeah, you got it. 3, 2, 1.
The day of the accident, I was heading to an appointment, going towards the highway. Oh, shit.
You fine.
Oh, and she said on the Denton. What's that road?
You got it. You got it.
377.
Yeah. I mean, they know too. Ready?
Okay.
3, 2. You got this. 3, 2, 1. Go.
On the day of the accident, I was heading to an appointment, coming off Denton, merging onto Highway 820. When I yielded for the oncoming traffic, a commercial truck had hit me. I said, that's good news. I'm
Crashed
sorry.
into me. 3, 2, 1. Go.
On the day of the accident, sorry, the hand is
3,
straight.
2, 1. Go.
On the day of the accident, I was heading to an appointment. I was coming off of Denton merging onto 820. And when I yielded for the oncoming traffic, the commercial truck that was behind me had crashed into me.
Now that was great. You're gonna do it again. 3, 2, 1. Look at my hand.
On the day of the accident,
Wait.
sorry.
Pause 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Action.
On the day of the accident, I was heading to an appointment, coming off of. On the day of the accident, I was going. I don't know why I'm freezing up like that now.
But you did good when you
Jesus.
paused and started over. So you didn't
Yeah.
make me stop you. Because you didn't say, fuck, shit. You just stopped and did it. That's what you need to keep doing. 3, 2, 1. Action.
On the day of the accident, I was heading to an appointment. I was coming off of a Denton highway, merging onto the feeder for Highway 820. And on the day of the accident, I was going to an appointment. I was coming off of Denton Highway, merging onto 820. And when I yielded for the sign, the commercial truck behind me had crashed into me.
Maybe one more time, that's very good. Okay,
You want me to say the time in there, or say that for later?
they know what time it is.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, action.
Which one is this one? This is one more time?
The
The
whole
same
thing,
one.
the whole
Okay.
thing.
That was good though.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, action.
On the day of the accident, I was heading to an appointment. I was coming off of the Denton Highway, merging onto 820. When I yielded for the oncoming traffic, the commercial truck behind me had crashed into me.
Alright, excellent. After the accident, I had we're not talking about what happened at the scene, we're not talking
Right.
about how you got home.
This was after.
Yeah, after the accident, I had immediate pain in my neck and I was generally sore everywhere. I remember going to sleep and waking up with intense pain all throughout my back and neck the following morning. The pain radiated down my shoulder. Just talking about how it fucked you up. I want to hear about it from your own words. What were your injuries? And be very descriptive. Don't say back, neck. We had some asshole who was like, I hurt my back and neck and shoulders. And then my neck. And I'm like, oh, fuck me. Like, this guy cannot ever go to trial. Literally, you go to trial, you get ass fucked by people who are like, this guy's not hurt. He's
So,
bitching about what? I've
Just
been hit
describe
before.
what actually hurt.
Descriptively,
Got
and you have to act. What people don't understand is you're putting on a fucking show in front of 12 people. You
Right.
probably watch a lot of daytime TV, and they're like, holy shit, this is nothing like Judge Judy. Let's make it like Judge Judy. Let's make you fucking...
Right.
Yeah, ready? So after the accident, talk about I had immediate pain in my neck. And I was like sore everywhere. I went to bed. I remember going to sleep, and then the next morning I had pain, and just talk about all that shit. Ready? Start with after the accident. 3, 2, 1, action.
After the accident, I had immediate pain in my back and neck. I remember going to sleep and waking up like I had been hit with a bag of rocks. Most of the pain is between my shoulder blades in the middle of my back. Sometimes it radiates down into my shoulders and my lower back.
That's good. We'll pause. You can keep going, or you can start over. You want to do it one more time?
Yeah, one more time. What's the line that I'm starting off
said
with?
after the
After the
accident,
accident.
You're
Okay.
talking about the pain you immediately, because if you had immediate pain, not to your neck and back, just your neck, right? Because your back is fine. There's no issue that we see on imaging. Tell them I had immediate pain in my neck, or you can say neck and upper back if you want to, but like in my neck, because that's where we have actual injuries that we can show. Okay, and then I remember going to sleep and waking up, and the next day I was just like hurting everywhere. My back and my neck were all hurting, and my shoulders were hurting. I remember pain radiating down my shoulders. I mean, you just these are your injuries. You got to remember and think about how you would effectively tell. You're trying to get laid. You want sympathy sex? Tell that big-breasted Italian right there how bad you're really hurting. Ready? After the accident. 3, 2, 1, action.
After the accident, I was immediately in pain. The pain was radiating in my back and my shoulders.
Pause. I had immediate
sorry.
pain in my neck.
Okay.
Because that signals that you had an actual injury that happened immediately. Because if you have immediate pain after an accident, it means something happened that was pretty bad. That's where those herniations came from. Okay? Everything else is just ligaments and other shit. That shit comes about within 24, 48 hours. That's why you're sore. The following morning, my entire back was hurting the next day, and my whole body was hurting.
Okay.
Ready? After the accident, bud. 3. This is for big-breasted lady down there. 3, 2, 1, action.
After the accident, I had immediate pain in my back, my
No, just your neck.
okay, sorry.
Ready?
Neck and shoulders.
Neck with pain radiating into my shoulders. But you can say that later. So I had an immediate pain in my neck and I was generally sore. Or just I had immediate pain in my neck, period. I remember going to sleep and then waking up the next day with intense pain throughout my entire back and my neck with pain radiating down my shoulders. 3, 2, 1, action.
After the accident, I had immediate pain in my neck. I remember waking up the next morning and the pain was radiating into my shoulders, my arm. Depending on the activities I would do throughout my day, it would affect my lower back.
I want you to start all that over. I want you to really simple after the accident. Talk about what you had immediate pain. Where you had immediate pain? My neck. I remember going to bed and the next day I had pain up and down my back and my neck and pain radiating into my shoulders. Period. And we're gonna leave it at that. Ready? 3, 2, 1, action.
After the accident, I had immediate pain in my neck. I remember going to bed and waking up the next morning. I had pain radiating into my shoulders, my arms, my back, and my neck.
Do it again. 3, 2, 1, action. Ready? Look up here, buddy. 3, 2, 1, action.
Can you turn that down, please?
What is that?
He's playing a phone game in the hallway.
I was gonna go to the front door.
Oh yeah, go ahead. We'll pause. Go ahead and do your thing. If you gotta get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about
I
that.
haven't had anything to eat all day, so we're good.
Just let us know. We can pause and redo. Reshoot. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, action.
After the accident, I had
Oh, wait, stop. Let's pause. Let's say 3, 2, 1, action. Is he leaving too? You headed out?
No, I was just checking to see if it was my mother.
Okay. We need to know. So we need you in your room if you can for a little bit.
Sorry.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. 3, 2, 1, action.
After the accident, I had immediate pain in my neck. I remember waking up the next morning and the pain was radiating into my shoulders, my neck, my back.
Okay, good. I want you to do that one more time. You did good. And then, be more emotional. And inflections. Ready? You're acting. 3, 2, 1, action.
After the accident, I had immediate pain in my neck. I remember waking up the next morning, the pain was radiating into my shoulders, down my back. Still hurt quite a bit in my neck.
Period. Okay. Talk about your treatment, okay? A week went by and I was like, I'm worried. A week went by and I realized I just kept getting worse. Or several days, not a week, several days went by and I realized I wasn't getting better. I was getting worse. And then talk about where you started treating and then just go with it. I want to hear what you describe your course of treatment in your own words. This is your deposition question on camera in a live deposition under oath. Sir, can you describe to us your treatment from start to finish?
Okay.
Okay? So, 3, 2, 1, action.
Really quick question.
Yeah. There's a bug in there. All right, go. What's the question?
Is there a line starting off with this one, or
No,
is
you
this is
I want
just
you to
right
fucking
into
talk.
it?
Yeah, I want you
Okay.
to talk, man. This is real life. This is you talking about what you went through. All right? There's no scripting this.
Got it.
Got it?
Okay.
So, several days after the accident, I wasn't getting better. I was getting worse. So, I went to, what was the name of the place? You remember?
Yeah, Premier Injury.
I went to this place called Premier Injury, I went to Premier Injury, and I got seen there, and they recommended treatment, and so I started getting treatment there. And I want you to go through everything you remember. You have a good memory, okay?
Okay.
Several days after the accident, you were not getting better, okay?
Right.
You're getting worse. 3, 2, 1, action.
Several days after the accident, I wasn't getting any better.
Do it again.
Sorry.
3, 2, 1, action.
Several days after the accident, I just kept getting worse. I went into Premier Injury and they recommended me on a treatment plan. Attended treatment for the next 6 to 7 months. I had various adjustments. These included.
Okay, pause.
Sorry.
Talk about what they did for you. And don't say
Right.
3. Do you remember the name of the doctor or person you dealt with?
I don't.
Okay. Just talk about what they did for you there. 3, 2, 1, go.
Several days after the accident, I wasn't getting any better. I went to Premier Injury and they recommended me on a treatment plan. For the next 6 to 7 months, I did adjustments, stretches, exercises. They had me on the EMS to assist with any kind of muscle issues that there were. We did some weights sometimes, which were painful. They would include 5-pound weights, try to do a shoulder shrug. That's it. Sorry.
Okay, we're gonna do it again. All right. You don't do time frames, so you can put in 6 to 8 months, but do you know that exactly or no?
It's about six
I
months.
don't want you to put
six
in any numbers in
no
there.
numbers,
You don't know
okay.
them. If you know them, great, but you don't know them. So just say I went for a course.
I know that I started the treatment 1/3 and it ended in July, so
Okay.
about 6-7 months.
Yeah.
Over 6 months. You said?
I
A
would
little
ju-
over 6 months.
I would just say, I treated for a pretty long time.
Or I could
treated
say
for
I
a-
treated
just
up
say
and
I treated for a long time. No exact numbers.
this was just the physical therapy, or we're
Yeah.
going through the whole
I want you to go through the
process?
whole thing. Talk.
Okay.
Very big-breasted woman wants to give you sympathy sex. You got to sell her on all the fucking shit you went through. There's a lot of shit. You did a lot of shit. You got injections. You got a fucking nerve block. You know the name of the place that did the nerve block Foundations.
Foundations Physicians Group. Yeah.
You know it all. Okay. You went and got MRIs done. You know what Texas MRI centers of Texas, right?
MRI Centers of Texas.
Remember all that shit? Okay.
Yes.
That's an ugly ass woman. Okay? Listen, you got this, okay? So let's start again. After the accident, I wasn't getting better. I want to just go run through it all. Ready? 3, 2, 1, action.
After the accident, I wasn't getting better. I went to Premier Injury, which is a chiropractic therapy center.
You don't even have to say that.
No,
Go again.
I'm sorry.
I went to Premier Injury where I got checked out and talked about what they did for you. I went there for a really long time. Aside from them, I also went to Foundations.
Kind of say things like where they initially assessed my injuries.
Yes, you do whatever you want. I'm just saying, you don't want to give exact numbers. You don't want to say they're a chiropractor. Just say Premier Injury. I was checked out. They don't need to know how you got there.
Got it.
Okay, I went to Premier Injury. They assessed my injuries and they recommended a course of treatment, and I started treating there. And then talk about what they did for you. Then tell them they referred me out to a Foundations Physicians Group, and I got steroid shot or epidural or I forget what trigger point injections, and eventually they recommended a nerve block, and I did that. And all those things that they had me do, they helped initially or for a little bit, but then the pain just came right back. I'm still having these issues. I still have pain. Some days are better than others, but right now, I've just kind of adapted to it, which is unfortunate. I kind of wish I didn't have to deal with it, but I don't really have any other options. And ready?
It makes it more interesting. You can point to my neck. You
If you need to. Yeah.
If it helps to make it more interesting.
Again, you are not a robot. You're a human being. You got this. 3, 2, 1, action.
Several days after the accident, I wasn't getting any better.
Do it again. Several days after the accident, I wasn't getting better. I was getting worse. You're trying to sell this. Imagine again, you're doing this for your daughter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just remember that and focus. And I'm going to put a clock on you. You got 20 minutes to finish this. And if you don't get it done, and we have to get, this is the biggest chunk of it. Okay? If you can knock through this in 20 minutes, then I would be able to prep you for a deposition and prep you for a jury trial. If you can't do it in 20 minutes, you got to let me settle you for whatever I can get. I mean, it's not going to be bad, but it's not going to be six figures. Okay? I can't even guarantee it with this, man. I'm going to be honest with you. But like, he's a magician at editing. He really is. You should see some of the horrible people we've done, and he makes them look fucking great. Like, Chandler's one of them, by the way. But I can't guarantee it, okay?
No.
So right now, you're not a six-figure case. You're at where you're supposed to be. And this makes it six figures, potentially. But I have to see the final product, okay? After the accident, were you getting better or worse?
Worse.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, action.
Several days after the accident, I wasn't getting any better. I was getting worse. I sought out treatment at Premier Injury.
Is that how you normally talk? I sought out treatment.
No.
Okay, talk how you're talking. You're talking to me at a bar. Or imagine a big-breasted lady there overhearing us, and you're trying to get sympathy from her while talking to me, because you know she can hear you. 3, 2, 1, go.
Several days after the accident, I wasn't getting any better. I was getting worse. I went to Premier Injury Clinic where they initially assessed me. I did various adjustments. We did EMS pads on my shoulders and my lower back. We would do some stretching and exercises. After that, I was sent to a pain doctor to assess further injuries. When nothing was improving, they recommended me for epidurals. We did a nerve block, as well as several, I don't remember the technical term for them.
Trigger point?
Trigger point, yeah, sorry.
Trigger point, or were they epidurals, you know?
I think one was an epidural, the rest were trigger point. Or there was two epidurals. 2 epidurals, 8 trigger points.
Okay, well, you have to remember the
Trigger
order
points,
too. Who's
correct.
saying for the MRIs?
Ah, right.
Okay?
Got it.
I wasn't getting better after the accident, and several days after the accident, I went to. So, say
Okay.
I wasn't getting better, I was getting worse after the accident, and after several days, I went and found Premier, and I went there for treatment, okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, action.
Several days after the accident, I wasn't getting better. I was getting worse. I went and found Premier Injury Clinic, who was able to assess my injuries and give me a treatment plan. We did things from stretching to some light exercises, EMS pads on the shoulder and middle back. We did an MRI partway through my treatment plan at the MRI Centers of Texas.
You did 2 MRIs, neck and lower back. You said MRI singular.
Oh. I thought I said MRIs.
Mm-mm. Did you hear 1 or 2? You heard 1?
I'm
Pull your shirt.
not sure. I think I heard one. But he can just cut in right there because we have
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. So talk about. They sent me. I was sent to get 2 MRIs for my neck and my lower back. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1, action.
They sent me to get 2 MRIs on my neck and lower back. And from there,
That's good. Keep going. What did you do after the MRIs?
Okay.
So I was referred. Where were you referred to? Foundations.
Foundations,
Yeah,
Physicians
ready?
Group. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, action.
They sent me to get 2 MRIs on my neck and back. And afterwards, I was referred out to Foundations Physicians Group. At Foundations Physicians Group, we did.
Start all over. Can you?
I'm sorry.
Foundation Physicians Group.
Physicians.
Need some more water?
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
water,
it's
it's
just
water.
like, it's like
Okay. I think we can get this done before 8. I'm pretty confident. He's actually doing a lot better. He's picking up some of the tricks too.
yeah.
Pausing. What time? How far is the wedding here?
Over by me and McKay,
So how long did it take you to get here?
like 50 minutes.
50? Oh shit. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna start with. I was referred. I got 2 MRIs, one on my neck and one on my lower back. I was referred to Foundations Physicians Group. So it's like Foundation, emphasize Foundation Physicians Group. And afterwards, you don't have to say the full thing. You just say at Foundation, Foundation Physicians Group. Just call it Foundation after that, okay? At Foundation, the doctors gave me trigger point injections. I remember getting, I think, an epidural, and they also did a nerve block. And every time they did anything, it would help a little bit, but then 3, 2, 1, action.
We're starting from the MRIs part,
Yeah,
right? Okay,
right.
got it.
Action.
They sent me to get 2 MRIs on my neck and lower back. Afterwards, I was referred out to Physicians Foundations Group. Foundations Physicians Group.
Start there. I was referred to Foundation Physicians Group. Okay. 3, 2, 1, action.
I was referred to Physicians
3, 2, 1, action.
I was referred out to Foundations Physicians Group. I'm sorry, it's saying it like that, man.
Do it again. Action.
I was referred out to
Just say it right now. Just code. Just say it.
Say it right now.
Yes.
Foundations Physicians Group.
Foundation Physicians Group. Foundation Physicians Group.
It's not
Found-
foundations. It's just foundation. No S.
Is it?
Point it up right now. Foundation Physicians Group.
Oh, okay.
You need me to blow it up for you?
I got it.
So say it.
Foundation Physicians Group. Got it.
Ready? Do it again. 3, 2, 1, action.
I was sent to Foundation Physicians.
I was referred to. 3, 2, 1, action.
I was referred to Foundation Physicians Group.
Okay, do it again, and I want you to take your time enunciating. Enunciate. Okay? Enunciate. This is for your daughter. Enunciate. Ready? 3, 2, 1, action.
I was referred to Foundation Physicians Group. There, they sent me to do trigger point injections. When that wasn't working, we did an epidural, I believe. And then we did some nerve blockers.
Okay. You're going to go back. I want you to describe it like this.
We tried
Okay.
trigger point,
Yeah, just say
and it didn't work. We
at
did.
Foundations, at Foundations, they did trigger point injections that didn't really help. They did epidural shots that didn't help, and then we did a nerve block, and what did they do? Describe how they did the nerve block on you. Can you want to describe how they did each one of the procedures? I want to hear you talk about how they did it. Okay.
The nerve blocker, I don't remember how they did that one, but I do
Why?
remember.
Or were you put under?
Yeah.
Okay, just say I remember being put under and waking up for that procedure. But the other ones, were you awake?
Not for the epidurals, but I know roughly kind of
How many epidural shots did you get?
2.
Okay, so I want you. I don't have that you did. Okay, wait. Yeah, you did epidurals and then trigger points. Okay, or you did facet injections. Oh, the trigger point. Yeah, epidural and trigger point. Okay. Okay, ready? I want you to say at Foundations, and then I want you to tell in detail everything they did there. Okay.
Okay.
Describing the procedures, where they did them, how they did them, for what you remember from your perspective. 3, 2, 1, action.
At Foundations, we did trigger point injections. Some of them were up on the shoulder back here. Some of them were in the middle back. When that wasn't working, after a couple weeks it didn't help. We tried to do epidurals. We did a nerve blocker shortly after that, and none of it was helping.
Talk about now,
Just like in general.
how you feel, and where your pain is, and where your discomfort is, and what causes it. I need to know all this shit. You're
Right.
telling an insurance carrier right now why they need to pay you 6 fucking figures. Tell
Right.
me right now. You got 10 minutes, buddy. You're on the clock. I want to hear you tell me right now why the fuck you're deserving of 6 figures. Why you were hurt bad enough to where you need to get more than 100 grand.
Right.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, action. Hand. This is where you're gonna look. 3, 2, 1, action.
I still have pain to this day when I do different activities in the house.
All right, I want you to stop. You have to
Sorry.
be more descriptive. Where do you have pain? I saw pain in my neck. You have back pain too, or no?
Yeah, back pain every day.
Okay. They're gonna be. Why do you have back pain? But ligaments
Right.
and shit like that. Where's the pain the worst?
In between the shoulder blades, right beneath the neck.
Okay. You're gonna say my neck pain is honestly
Constant.
Constant. It's always hurting. I still have back pain. It's not as bad, but it's still there. It limits me. Like, what does it limit you doing? I have difficulty mowing the lawn. I have to ask my dad for help most of the time because I can't do it. All the things we did on video. Getting up in the morning, it hurts when I get up out of bed. It hurts when I'm brushing my teeth because does it hurt when you brush your teeth or no? The motions? No, not really.
The brushing teeth, kind of, sort of, but not
Okay,
really.
say it hurt,
just
I
other
hurt
stuff.
Every morning when I'm getting
Cooking.
Cooking, doing the laundry, being
I have difficulty reaching for things up high. I always end
reaching
up
up
having
high.
Yeah.
Anything that requires like sweeping the floors.
Okay.
So
I mean, you're not disabled, right? But
No,
I
but
have issues like I saw pain.
it's anything that requires my back to be slightly bent while doing it.
Or your neck.
Or my
'cause
neck.
Your neck's really the big thing. Okay.
And your sleeping issues too, yeah, because you sleep on a certain side.
Yeah, I just sleep on my left side.
Sleeping. I always hurt every morning when I wake up. It's always my neck. It's always my back. All right. And you can talk about it all. Again, for an insurance carrier, for your daughter, why should we give you more than $80,000?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, action.
I still have a lot of pain in my neck. Still radiates down my back. When I wake up in the morning, it still hurts. If I do stuff such as mow the lawn, I have to ask my father for help. If I'm sweeping or doing a strenuous activity like scrubbing the bottom of the pool when the pool is empty, prepping for winter, that hurts. Any kind of cleaning around the house that takes a prolonged period of time, I have to take frequent breaks in between, and sitting in a car when I'm a passenger in my brother's car. If it's a drive that's over 30, 45 minutes, it can get a little brutal on the back. Just general tasks.
I want you to let's stop right there. I want you to talk about before the accident. I had a car. I had my dream car, and my commute was 30 to 40 minutes. Now I don't have a car. I had to ask to be remote for my job, and they accommodated me up to a point. But now they're making me come back into the office, and I still don't have a car. I wasn't able to replace the car; it was totaled. My commute now, and I want you to describe in detail how you get to work every day.
Okay.
Okay? I mean, it's a pain in the fucking ass, and I think any adjuster is gonna be like, "Holy shit, pull your shirt."
how many stops? Yes, how many
No,
buses?
you'll
or-
hear it. You're gonna fucking hear it. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" You're gonna be really grateful. Like in a second. Ready? You're gonna talk about the commute and like what it's like now. Before the accident, it was like what? After
Right.
the accident, now this is what I do every day when I go to work. 3, 2, 1, action.
Before the accident, my commute to work was 30 to 40 minutes. Go up 820 over
Before the
the
accident, my commute was 30 to 40 minutes in my dream car.
Oh, good.
Because now you don't have a car.
Right.
3, 2, 1, action.
Before the accident, my commute was about 30 to 40 minutes in my dream car, and it was as easy as going across 820 up and over Dallas Fort Worth Airport and then crossing into Frisco. Now it consists of waiting at the train at 3:37 in the morning.
Pause.
No.
Now since the accident, I no longer have a vehicle.
Oh, okay.
They allowed me to work remotely for part of it. After
Start there?
Did you start working remotely after your accident?
Yeah.
Okay. After my accident, my job accommodated me and let me work from home because I was just having difficulty in general, just because of my neck and my back, and I also didn't have a replacement vehicle, and they accommodated me and I was able to work from home for.
They accommodated me after I was walking to work for 2 months, because that was during that time where you had actually called me up that one time, and I told you I was stuck in Dallas because
Yeah, I got you over.
the trains
Yeah,
broke
yeah.
down.
Yeah, but they accommodated you because you were injured, or because after your wreck when you lost your car? Which one was it? Did they know about your accident
Yeah, they knew about it.
and they accommodated you and let you work remotely?
Not right away. It was when I was doing
Okay.
those.
After my accident, my work eventually accommodated me and allowed me to work from home because I was hurting really bad, and for some time, and I also was without a vehicle. I was having difficulty getting to and from work because I had no ride, so I was able to work from home for a good period of time, and then now they're making me come back into the office. Problem now is I don't have a replacement vehicle. I have to take the train, and then I need to describe the pain in the ass it is to go to and from. Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Look right here. Action. Before the accident.
Before the accident. Okay.
Before the accident, my commute was really simple, and I was driving my dream car to and from work, and it wasn't shit. Now, it's fucking shit. 3, 2, 1. Action.
Before the accident, my commute to work was very simple in my dream car, and now it's not as simple. I have to wait early in the morning for the train and take the train all the way into Dallas, and then from Dallas I hop on a few buses to get to Frisco, which drops me about 6 miles off from the office, and then it consists of an hour and a half of walking the remaining distance to the office. I did that initially the first few months after the accident.
No, stop all that.
Okay.
That makes it sound like you weren't badly hurt because you're able to do that. An average person wouldn't be able to do any of that.
Right.
So you're gonna say, before the accident, I had no problem getting to work. I was driving my Alfa Romeo, which was my dream car. Say I was driving my Alfa Romeo, my dream car. I would go in. It would take about 30, 40 minutes. It wasn't very long, and it was an enjoyable ride because I got to drive a really fun car. After the accident, I was without a car. Initially, my job, they accommodated me and allowed me to work from home. But then eventually, they told me I had to come into work. Without a car, I had to take the fucking train into Dallas and then take many buses until I got to my job. Don't tell me you walked 6 miles. Just say the overall, the one-way commute each way was roughly 3 hours, if not a little bit longer.
Right.
That's how long it took. My back was killing me because I was stuck sitting in a moving vehicle for that long, each direction. But I had to force my way. I had to tough through it because I had to get to work, and I can't afford a car now because of setbacks that were all the cause of this accident. Right?
Right.
3, 2, 1, go.
After my accident,
3, 2, 1, go.
after my accident, my commute to my
3, 2, 1, go.
after my accident, my commute to work in my dream car was 30 to 40 minutes.
No, before the accident.
You said after.
You said after.
All right. Sorry.
Yeah, you don't want to file a lawsuit for other reasons now. This fucking is rough, man. You're gonna get crucified. I'm telling you this as a friend because you lack the ability to bullshit. That's really what it's gonna be. Okay? It comes down to it. Like it's bullshitting your way through. Like my buddy Dash, he looks almost identical to you. It's
Yeah.
crazy. He's a little Albanian guy. That motherfucker was a desktop support guy, just like you. And then within the 10 years that I knew him, he was the head of IT security for Plains Capital Bank. He bullshitted his way up there without knowing shit. Okay? Like, that's impressive. But he has the art of bullshit. He actually testified at my divorce trial. He was the best fucking witness we had. The rest of them were like you, and they didn't do shit. He is the reason why I won. He was. And if he ever went to court, he would fucking nail it. Like, he was very empathetic, sympathetic. People, like, were receptive to how he presented himself.
Right.
Right now, I don't give two fucks about how you're describing any of this, because to me, I'm like, whatever, who gives a fuck? That's how I feel right now. And that's how the adjuster's going to feel when they watch this. Like, you're monotone, you're a fucking robot. You're a fucking robot, man. I'm sorry. So what I want you to do after this, because honestly, this is me as a friend, I want you to record yourself in a mirror. Because, I mean, I don't anticipate us filing. I mean, we're at 80. I can get us to 90 pretty easily. I might be able to get us to 100 without this. I might not. That's what this video is for. Okay? If this video doesn't add value, we just wasted a day and a little bit of money because I got to pay him no matter what. And we're not going to use the video. I mean, if it sucks, we're not going to use it. I'm going to do the best I can without it. Okay? I want this to work. I want you to have this money. You're not selling yourself. I don't believe it. I don't feel it. I don't. And I'm telling you this as a friend. And so I can't gauge how you're going to do until we get in here. Okay? There are plenty of people, and they get offended. I don't want you to get offended. You can get offended. Feel free. Take it out on me. That's what I'm for. People do it all the time. My point is, it's still you. You're the person who's going to have to sell this. I can't step in your shoes and do it for you. Okay?
Yeah.
And what I want you to do here today, you're doing your best. Okay? And don't beat yourself up if we don't use it. Okay? Just know that this is one thing. You're not going to ever be an actor. That's fine. Most of us won't. I can't. I mean, that's so no one. It's not something you're aspiring to be. But if you can't bullshit your way through this, we can't file a lawsuit. It's not a big deal. I'll make it work. But this is supposed to be adding value to your case, not subtracting value.
Yeah.
Okay? Right now, it's not adding value. I want you to try this again. I want you to sell it. Get emotional. If you want to fucking cry, man, grown men cry, I cry. I'd be in tears talking about this. Like, yeah, I don't want you to talk about the walking part. I want you to talk about how long it takes, three plus hours on buses and trains to get to work now, to and from every single day. I can't afford a car because my car was taken away. It was totaled out. It's been rough. Like, my life has gotten substantially worse because of this wreck. This wreck fucking knocked me down to the fucking curb, and I'm trying to build myself back up every single day. And if you ask me right now, would I like to be compensated for it, or would I like to just not have this happen? If you can reverse time, take me back to that day and not get rear-ended, I would say take me back then and not let me get rear-ended. I don't want to have to keep dealing with this. It's a nightmare. It sucks. You know, sell it to me. Because right now, I don't have any sympathy right now. I know this shit has taken... I've talked to you, man. I talked to you at nighttime, and you're telling me how bad it is. Make me see it. Because if I can't see it right now, this adjuster is not going to see it. Okay? Do you know where we're starting? You take a break and wipe it on your face. Come on. You got it, bud. Go put some water in your eyes. You got it. You're going to be okay. This is not easy, man. I'm telling you right now, every single person who does this, they suck at being in front of the camera. And it's everybody. You choke. What happens is we have this magician sitting to the right of me who will take all these little clips and they'll plug them together and make it look like magic. But I still need you to sell these little snippets that we're clipping together. Okay? He's actually doing okay compared to the last two guys.
Yeah, if you found a groove.
A lot of our clients, because they are, and we still used a bunch of, one of them we did not use this video. It was just, I didn't even tell them because I didn't want to be like, hey, by the way, you are that bad. I did tell them that we don't want to go to trial, and I told them why. Pull your shirt. Yeah. For the base. Grab right here and just pull real hard. There you go. There you go. See, I've been doing that for a long time because I'm overweight, so I know the secrets.
Yeah.
Gotta take my pointers, man. I'm really good at concealing my heaviness, and then girls are like, "You fucking," and I'm like, "Oh, whatever. We're here. Sorry." That was my ex. She got really pissed. 3. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Take a deep breath. I know. Let's take a second. What do you want to talk about?
I'm just frustrated.
As you should be. What's the most frustrating thing about all of this? Talking about it or thinking about it?
Just the usual issues I deal with trying to explain stuff.
What about the actual injuries you have? Are they frustrating you? Do they make you angry?
They do.
Tell me. I want to hear you say it. I want to hear you say it. Tell me about your neck. Does it make you hurt? Are you frustrated by your injuries? Record.
I'm frustrated about my injuries.
What about the post-accident? Tell me about it. Why? How has this accident just fucked your whole shit up? How is your life different and more difficult because of this accident?
There's lots of things that I used to be able to do a lot easier before the accident. And
Tell me about it.
getting out of certain clothes, being able to hold my daughter. I used to be able to hold her not with much pain before, after, not so much. Just don't have much of that strength really in the back like I used to. I love driving. Can't sit in a car for more than 20-30 minutes on a drive without it hurting. Doing dishes, I like to cook. It's hard to cook. I have to ask my brother, help me.
I want to hear about your commute now. It's difficult to sit in a car for 20-30 minutes, but now you got to sit on a train or a bus for up to 3 hours. Tell me about that. I want you to be. Tell me from, like, why should you have to keep dealing with that? You shouldn't, should you?
No.
You should be compensated and enough to where you can hopefully get back to where you were before. But right now, that's our goal. So I want to hear from your own words right now, man. Because right now, this is you. This is the real you. This is what I was trying to get out of you, and it's moving me. You're fucking moving me, and I feel you. I get it, and it sucks. All of this sucks. You have difficulty sitting down for 20-30 minutes at a time. Yeah? Let's talk about that. Tell me about that.
I used to be able to sit on that couch and enjoy a movie with my dad without having to constantly readjust my sitting or laying the chair back. I used to be able to just sit comfortably in any position. You know, the commute to work now is 3 hours. It's get on a train. It's early in the morning. You know, I'm late to work 30 minutes because I have to tell my boss I can't get to work on time. If the trains or the buses have any delays, then I'm like past that, which I'm starting to get in trouble for at work.
What time do you leave for work now?
I have to wake up at 2:30 in the morning to be out the door by 3 to get to the first train by 3:37.
And then walk me through every step after that.
The first train goes from Iron Horse Station to the North TFW station, and then that one is a quick walk around to the other side of the terminal to get to the DART, which goes into Dallas. And then I go from Dallas, once I arrive, I don't know the name of the station, but it's right outside of a park that's in central Dallas. I walk about 2/3 of a mile down the street to get to the first bus, which goes to goes about 6 miles from my job over in Frisco. And then once I get there, I proceed to walk an hour or 30 minutes to an hour and 45 minutes the rest of the way to the office. And then when I get off work, I have to do that entire process again. And assuming I can make it in time, you know, it's a lot to deal with coming out of work. It's also middle of the day, so it's hot outside. I'm carrying a backpack with a laptop and all my equipment in it that I need for work, you know, and if not spare clothes so that I can change and I'm not sweaty when I go into the office. That's rough.
Why do you not have a car?
Because of this accident.
Tell me why you haven't gotten a replacement. I want to know. You were driving your dream car, yeah?
Yeah.
How did you pay for that car?
My brother bought it for me.
And then what happened with the money when you got into the wreck?
The refund for that, or
Property damage check. Where did it go?
it went back to my brother because we were struggling for bills,
Okay. I want you
and
to
he
talk
needed
about-
the money back. And
So I want you to talk to me about that. I want you to say, before the accident, I want you to talk about, I had my dream car, my brother helped me get it, but after this accident, because of, you know, the issues I had with getting to work, and because I helped contribute to pay for everything at the house, the property damage check had to go to my brother to help him out. And since then, we've just been trying to get back on our feet. I was able to work from home after the accident for a while, and just recently they've asked me to come back in, and I don't have money to buy a car. Okay? I want to hear about it. Tell me about it.
so,
Just in your own words, man. Don't even think about it. Just you and I are talking right now, because I just want to hear you tell me. Because I don't. You know, you were helping your brother. You help your brother out. You're paying bills. You're helping to pay the mortgage, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
Didn't understand the question.
There's no question. I just want you to talk to me. How do you contribute to this household?
I give him what I can out of my checks while trying to also take care of myself.
And your daughter.
And my daughter.
Okay, tell me that again. I want to hear it. Tell me about it. How do you contribute? Tell me what all your money from your work goes to.
All my money from work goes to the bills of the household and towards my daughter. Some of it goes towards taking care of myself the best I can, you know, trying to hopefully improve my condition naturally. But it's frustrating because nothing seems to be working. So,
Tell me all the stuff you tried to make, all the things you've tried to do from your doctors. I want to go back over it. Tell me all the things you've done again. And tell me what worked and what didn't, if anything. I want to hear about it.
the closest thing that ever worked was the epidurals that lasted maybe 3 weeks, where I had no pain, and then the pain returned after that.
What about the nerve block?
The nerve block is probably about the same length of time as the
Epidural?
no, not the epidurals, the other one, the trigger points. It was about a week.
So tell me again, what was 3 weeks? What was
The epidurals were 3 weeks, and the trigger point and the nerve blocks was one.
one what?
Just 1 week of being pain-free.
So, tell me again why you haven't gotten a replacement car.
Because I had to pay my brother back the money he had provided me to get the car that I liked. I just haven't been able to afford getting a new one since.
So I want you to tell me again, but tell me in your response, I want you to tell me the reason I haven't gotten a car, because I want to know why. Tell me again.
The reason I haven't gotten a car is because I had to pay my brother back the money he gave me to get the car that I liked, which was my Alfa Romeo Giulia.
And did you need a car immediately after the accident?
Yes.
Okay, let me rephrase that. After the accident, did your work eventually accommodate you so you could work from home because of your injuries?
They kind of accommodated me. I more or less just told them I couldn't keep coming into the office because I couldn't make those walks. I couldn't make that travel. So they my old RM accommodated me, and we changed to a new reporting manager who wants us all to go in the office 2 to 3 days a week. And no matter what I tell her, I can't. She's just wants people to go into the office regardless. So I don't have a vehicle. I don't have a choice but to go out.
Okay. So, tell me about life after the accident now. Tell me, you know, your pain levels. Tell me like how you feel normally, and tell me what you would like to have happen. If things can change, how would you want them to change?
Can I mention the broader spectrum?
No,
Like-
tell me.
Like even like with me and my brother's business? Can I just talk in general?
I don't want them to know you open up your own business.
Got it. Okay.
Hey, by the way, you're crushing it right now. It took me being an asshole to you and you getting stressed out and frustrated. But do you see, like, the reason I did it was for this. I was really trying to get you to be this way. And it worked.
My brother spent about 1.5 years doing that when I first moved up here.
Doing what?
He cracking me open and stuff.
Yeah, see, the only reason I'm doing this is because we have a short amount of time to do
Right.
this.
No, I understand.
And it's very traumatic, so I'm really sorry. So if there's something
It's
you
all
can do
good.
after this, take a hot shower.
I'm a guarded person most of the time.
You shouldn't be. Let me tell you, you've been through some shit. I know. We talked about it. But here's the thing. Like, tell us about your daughter. I want to hear about your daughter.
She's 8 years old, and
What's her name?
she's Jordan Jerry Victoria Mills.
How old is she?
Pick that name because it means the descending one who rules with spear and conquers. And I kind of believe you should always give your kids a strong name. She likes science. Catch her all the time watching stuff on TV, usually just random documentaries when she's not playing Roblox or Minecraft. She thoroughly enjoys either sassing me or swindling me out of buying her toys. So, but overall, you know, love my daughter and I have a very strong bond with her. I don't believe in whooping kids, you know, so I usually just talk to her about stuff that's going on in her life, and she's usually, you know, reciprocative of it. She's not doing good in school, and talk to her about it, and, you know.
Tell me about your relationship with her before And how, if in any way, has this accident affected your relationship with her now?
I get to see her less.
Let's not talk about that. Just when you're physically with her, how are things different before and after? And let's pause real quick. I feel like we got about 10-15 more minutes before we can wrap it up. I think we're doing really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Your son's crushing it. I had to bring out the. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, you're dead. All right. He's doing really good. All right. And I'm proud of you, by the way. Okay. You're doing really good.
Thank you.
Now let's pull the shirt down a little bit. All right. 3. Oh, you know what? I'm not even doing that. Let's not do that for my. I just want you to be relaxed. So tell me what you were able to do before with your daughter, and what you, if anything's different. I mean, you mentioned you can't pick her up like you used to.
She likes when we like go shopping for clothes or something. She likes to be held. You know, I used to be able to do that just fine, and it's kind of rough to do that now. I have to put her down pretty quickly after I pick her up, and then she asks why and mentions that, you know, well, mom can do it just fine. I have to explain, well, you know, I can't. You know, my back hurts, and I just don't have the endurance to hold her, you know, for prolonged periods of time. I would say it makes playing with her more difficult too. You know, she wants to do pretend or playtime. She'll pull out like all her, you know, whether it's My Little Pony or Paw Patrol toys, and she wants to do the pretend. It's hard to sit crisscross applesauce on the ground for longer than 10 minutes, or I have to get up and move to the couch, and then she'll, you know, ask me why I'm not playing with her. It's just rough to do most things. Tried to help her. She had a project in school, you know, a science project, pick a planet, talk about it, draw it, and just being on the ground is any kind of position that's just feels awkward. There's a difference between just sitting down and feeling like it's a natural position, and then sitting down and it feels like it's always at an awkward angle, or you're not sitting down right.
Okay. I want you to tell me about. I want to go back to your commute again. Your job accommodated you after the accident when they learned that without the car you were having to go do all of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me how long were you having to do that before they actually were like, holy shit, let's accommodate this guy?
Close to 2 months.
I want you to describe it. Tell me how it happened. How long did you take off from work before you started going back into work after the accident?
I didn't.
So did you take a break, or did you just
At first they were letting me do work from home, and then Toyota, who's our client, decided that they want people to start coming into the office. So I tried for 2 months, and then eventually I told my boss I just can't do that. It's a bit much.
When you say a bit much, was it a bit much, or it was just really?
It's the combination of the travel between having the weight from the backpack. It's got my mouse, my charger, my laptop charger. It's got a spare set of clothes in it. It's got a keyboard, my headphones. You know, it's a little bit of weight, but when you have it on you 3 hours, and you know, in the train you're holding it, or you have it next to you, and then you're walking 6 miles with it, and then you get off work and you do that all over again. It's just 8 hours with, you know, that added weight. It does not help. And then, you know, my back being an issue doesn't help either. Most of the times I'd get home and I just wanted to go straight to sleep. So I told my boss that I just I just felt like I was literally just only working and going straight to sleep. I didn't have any other time for anything else. And it wasn't helping my back either because I didn't feel like I had proper time to rest and even recover.
What about your neck, though? You keep saying your back. What about your neck?
I mean, most of it's always on the upper back. It's the shoulder blades right here in between that feel it the most. I just don't say my neck all the time because I consider my neck to be up here, but it radiates up there a lot. It just depends on what I'm doing. The neck gets particularly painful with any kind of strenuous activity, and the back is just constant. So the upper back is just always there.
Does the commute affect your time with your daughter?
Yes.
Just tell me about it.
Between her school, if I wanted to try to see her after school, it's not really possible because by the time I get home, it's almost 8 or 9. So that wipes out, most days. I'm only off on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and then seeing her, Saturdays, it can be nice, but then I have to work on Sunday, and so most of the time she's here is limited by work,
Work or commute?
It just depends. The weekends we don't commute, so it's just weekdays.
So what days is it affected by the commute? Because obviously we all have to work.
Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Tell me again, what about those days?
Those are the days we have to go in the office, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
And tell me, because of you going, you don't have time in the mornings or evenings with her, right?
No. My shift is 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. The commute takes me from pretty much about 3 in the morning when I go out the door to 7:30 a.m. And then that's assuming nothing goes wrong with the trains or the buses.
PM or AM? You said 7:30
A.M. A.M. And then when I get off work at 4 p.m., it takes until about 8 to get home.
So it takes how long to get home? 4?
Between 3 and 4 hours. It just really depends if there's any issues with the trains.
Okay.
The buses most of the time don't have the issues. The trams do.
For somebody watching this video, what do you, to the adjuster watching this video who determines how much you get, how much your case is valued at, what do you want to tell that person?
To be understanding that just because treatment only lasts for some time or a period of time doesn't mean that something is going away anytime soon or even will. And to take into consideration that, this is something that as of now and going forward for whoever knows how long I have to deal with. And it is painful. It does affect many of the things I do throughout my life. It makes one of my favorite activities, which is driving a car, much more difficult. Because I personally like to go for long night drives. Even when I get a car, going for long night drives is only good until my back starts to hurt or my neck. So
I want to know why you haven't gotten a car yet.
because the money from the property damage I had to give to my brother because he is the one who bought that car for me because he wanted to buy me a car I liked.
Then why didn't he just give you that money to get another car?
Because at the time he didn't have a job and we needed the money for the bills.
So let's say this accident didn't happen. He didn't have a job, he needed money for the bills. What would you have done if you couldn't have cashed out on a car?
I suppose I mean if it's whether we couldn't have cashed it on the car, nothing. But the only option would have been to sell the car if it came worst comes to worst.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to paint this picture of, you know, I borrowed the money from my brother to buy this car. When the car got totaled and the money went back to him, around that time he lost his job. After my accident, he lost his job, and because he lost his job, I didn't want to ask for that money when I knew he needed it.
Right.
So, you know, because of that, I tried to make it to work without a vehicle, and it became very painful to do so. And then they accommodated me at work, right?
Yeah.
I want to hear about it. So tell me why. So tell me about that. So why didn't you just keep the property damage check?
The reason that I still don't have a car is because I had to give the money back to my brother. I owed him the money from the Alfa Romeo because at that time he had bought me a car that I liked. And shortly after my accident, he lost his job. So we were kind of struggling financially and really needed the money. And I still don't have the capacity and my income to afford a loan to get a car.
Had this accident not happened, would you have been able to continue working? And so did you lose time from work because of this wreck, or were you able to not clock in as many hours, which caused you a drop in your income to help assist?
I used vacation for the days I missed, but I refused to I refused to miss any days that I couldn't afford to take off because of the situation with my brother not having a job. And there were a good number of days I just woke up and texted my boss and told him that I was in a lot of pain and I just kind of wanted more rest. And for the most part, they were pretty understanding of that. But once my vacation time was used up, that had to stop.
How many days of vacation time have you lost because of this accident?
I had 90 hours at one point.
How many days is that?
About 18 days, 19 days.
So tell me again, how many days did you lose in vacation time because of this accident?
I lost 19 days of vacation time because of this accident. And once those days were gone, I had to return to work.
And then you had to return to work without a car.
Correct.
Tell me about that again.
Lost 19 days because of this accident. And vacation time was... I lost 19 days because of this accident and vacation time, and once the vacation time was gone, I had to return to work without a car. So.
And then eventually, tell me about them accommodating you and letting you work from home for a while. I want to hear about that.
Say that part again?
I want to hear about how they eventually did accommodate you. You had one of your managers who let you work from home for a while. I want to hear about that.
Eventually, my employer accommodated me and allowed me to work from home for a period of time. Not having a car has impacted that to a degree that my old reporting manager has since moved up, and I have a new reporting manager, and the new one wants us to come in 3 days a week and says it's mandatory, and she's not making any exceptions. So without a car, I have to return to traveling 3 to 3.5 hours to get to and from work. And I wouldn't have to deal with that if I had a car.
Would you have to deal with that if you had not been in this wreck?
No, I wouldn't have to deal with it if I hadn't been in this wreck.
I want to hear you say that again.
No, I wouldn't have to deal with that if I had not been in this wreck.
How would you say it differently? I wouldn't have to deal with it.
If it wasn't for this wreck, I wouldn't have to deal with that. It's the bluntest way to put it.
Say that
If
again.
I'm saying with
Adam,
emotion.
I wouldn't have to deal with this because if it wasn't for this work, I wouldn't have had to. I wouldn't have to be doing this commute. This hellacious, shitty ass commute. Tell me again.
If it wasn't for this wreck, I wouldn't have to deal with this commute. I wouldn't have to deal with traveling without a vehicle, and I wouldn't have to deal with. Sorry.
Let's say I wouldn't be losing time with my daughter, which is the most important thing to me.
And you basically spend a third of your day
Yeah.
on trains and
Yeah,
buses too.
I want to hear you say that.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for this work, I wouldn't be losing time with my daughter, which is like the most important thing to me. Say it. I want to hear you say that.
If it wasn't for this wreck, I wouldn't be losing time with my daughter. I wouldn't have to travel a 3 to 3.5 hour commute to work, and then 3.5 to 4 hours back from work. I wouldn't have to walk in the heat for 12 miles a day on the days that I have to go into the office. I'd be able to probably take care of myself even a little bit better if I just had that extra time, but I don't.
I want you to. We're gonna wrap up. You did really good, man. I want to know what else you want to tell somebody here. This is your only moment to tell somebody, like how this has affected your life. I mean, we've heard a lot. I want to hear a final summation. Hey, look, this has really affected me, and do you suffer depression from it?
I do.
I want to hear about it. Tell me about it.
I get depression and anxiety from it, I have times where if I'm a passenger in a car and my brother slows down or a family member is driving, or a car comes too close, I react to it. And sometimes, that kind of irritates my family members. A little bit of depression from it because without a car there's just a lot of stuff that I really can't do as often or as efficiently as I would like to do. If I could save the time going back and forth from work, there's a lot of time that could be used doing things that I'd like to do. It's a lot of times where I could pick up my daughter on my way back to work, spend some time with her and take her back. There's times where I honestly think as well, how's this gonna impact me when I'm older? If it doesn't heal properly and what's that gonna be like when I feel it, in my older days? So
What would you like to see happen?
I don't know, just like the pain in my neck and my shoulders to stop.
Tell me again, but louder, because I want to hear you really tell me.
I would just like the pain in my neck and my shoulders to stop.
What about the pain in your back?
Pain in my back, according to, all the therapists, is radiating down from the neck and the shoulders. Those nerves that are pinched and the discs, that are still herniated, still inflamed.
There are no nerves that are pinched, by the way, so let's go back. I want you to tell me again in your own words, like, what you would like to see happen. Like, I want the pain to stop, and tell me again. I want to hear you say it again.
I'd like the pain in my neck and my shoulders to stop. I don't really know how much more bluntly to put that, unless I was to just be a little bit mad necessarily at the fact that the accident happened in the first place and say outright that fair compensation is just kind of due for these types of issues.
Yeah, and you're gonna get what they believe is fair.
Right.
Here's the problem. I never think an insurance carrier is fairly compensating somebody. If I was in your shoes and I had to walk your shoes, a day in your shoes, I'd tell them 6 figures or bust. Go fuck yourself. And I'd probably ask for even more than that, honestly. But the thing is that they don't know what a day in your shoes looks like. That's what we're trying to paint. The fact that
Right.
you're losing time with your daughter, the fact that you're losing personal time, the fact that you're not allowed to heal because your body keeps being forced to exert itself to get to and from work because the property damage check had to go back to your brother. You know, why did he quit why did he lose his job, you know?
He got tired of working there.
Oh, so he quit.
Yep.
Oh, so I had nothing to deal with the car getting totaled or anything.
No.
Alright, sorry. I got real back and other issues. Fuck me. Alright. I like it so far. I mean, you did really good. Is there anything else? How do you think? Do we have enough, you think?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a pain in the ass for you to go through all that. But you're a magician, so, you know,
Sorry, I meant that.
I was listening for,
Yeah.
for edits and stuff.
I know. Or you gonna get my, I mean, I was talking, I think you did a lot better once we got them emotional. I was trying really hard.
Nah,
to be
no,
an asshole.
man.
I'm really glad it worked. It did. But
You need
you
those.
that I
You
knew-
need those types of
the
friends
you
in
that I
life.
knew you to come out
Yeah.
came out. The problem is the transitioning. You're gonna come off as a robot, very scripted, to then being yourself. And so we'll just have to see what we could do. Maybe do audio recording later. I'll like dub over